Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Happy Thursday, and how are you? You're joining us on a replay. Quick hello. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to include in comments the word replay so I'll make sure to catch your view because certainly don't want to miss you. Speaking of missing you, did you actually see the inauguration yesterday? Because I hope you got a chance to. And we mentioned it really briefly yesterday, but if you did watch it yesterday, I don't know, did you catch Bernie Sanders? Because talk about really fun photos sharing all over the web on it, and definitely something that my team and I thought we would share. Isn't it cute? I saw this on social media. I thought I would share with all of you. Bernie definitely just looks very, very cold, right? But hopefully today's a lot warmer. Here in Southern California, he would definitely have defrosted on. Speaking of defrosting, let's talk about how the market closed today, shall we? Because the Dow closed down 12 points. And the NASDAQ, though, still continued to be up 73 points. And the S&P 500 up a measly 1 point. But you know what? We'll take the up, even if it's 1 point. The NASDAQ composite roared today and continued to set new records because investors are looking for strong earnings from the big tech companies next week. So for those of you who are investing and have some allocation in technology, I'm sure you're looking forward to that as well. Now, as you know, yesterday, President Biden was sworn in as our 46th U.S. president, succeeding President Donald Trump. And investors continue to be watching very closely to see if President Biden can get his almost $2 trillion coronavirus relief bill passed here in Congress. As you know, it does take a vote of the Senate for there to be more money for many Americans that continue to struggle because of the pandemic. Now, on some positive front, though, that came out today, the unemployment numbers, although still not where we want them to be, certainly actually were better than expectations. In fact, there were 900,000 Americans filed for unemployment last week, ending on January 16th, which is lower than the estimate of 925,000. At this point, we're just taking the good news as we can come by. Additionally, President Biden released details of his COVID plan on his first day in office yesterday, which included 10 executive orders and his intent to use the Defense Production Act to ramp up PPE equipment, protective equipment for vaccine rollouts. He's looking to definitely get vaccines out to Americans as quickly as possible. He's saying he's going to step on the gas and definitely providing more funding to local and states, and also creating vaccination sites. You might actually see these in your neighborhood. We're starting to read more about this in our neighborhood for sure. And he's also looking to launch a new national education campaign. I'm going to guess that what this means is more education on the benefits of vaccines, benefits of social distancing and wearing masks. You know, it's a lot of money. So hopefully it'll work because I think that we sorely need it. We want to get this pandemic behind us. Also, President Biden signs a new order for those of you who are looking to travel. As you know, I love to travel. There is definitely something new in town. And our new president says that travelers are now required to wear masks on planes and at airports as this pandemic continues. Now, you might say, I thought that was already a thing. Well, it certainly was, but now it's sort of officially a thing. All major U.S. airports now will require travelers to wear a mask on board and obviously at airports as well. And airline executives are really excited about this because they said for the most part, most travelers, customers have been following the rule, but this makes it official and enforceable. And believe it or not, through last week, airlines have had to bar more than 2,500 travelers from flying for refusing to wear face masks. I know, it's crazy. I don't even know. I mean, it's not that big of a sacrifice. Not only that, you know that I actually used to be traveling like almost every month because we were filming this show in New York City and I'm here in the West Coast. And I will tell you, I was just talking to one of my big travel Points Guru friends, right? And she was saying, she's like, I actually love this new edition because she says, remember when we used to get on a plane all the time? We would get sick on the plane. We get a cold, either one direction or the other. And wearing a mask not only helps protect us from COVID, but she's like, I didn't get sick this trip. And I feel like this is a good thing. I'm hoping this sticks around. So I don't know about you, but I think even after the pandemic, I might have myself and maybe my family wear face masks on a plane. Hopefully we're not the only ones. But, flight officials are saying, the FAA is saying that, in most cases, travelers were paying attention to wearing masks on planes. But believe it or not, and you've probably seen this on YouTube, there are certain travelers who would not wear masks and even became violent on planes and at airports. Craziness, right? And I see Alina Law is joining us from Facebook. It is wonderful to see you. And she says that she definitely got sick back from her trip from Thailand. I actually think I got sick. I've gotten sick on plenty of trips back and forth to New York as well. So for me, I think that's what I'm going to do. So airline unions have pushed back for a federal mask mandate to help back up carriers' policies for some time. So this is all good news. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes, right? Because we got to get everybody sort of back to normal so we can have things back to normal. The other thing I want to share with you is today I released a brand new article on Forbes titled Getting It Right in 2021, What You Need to Know About Finance Rule and Law Changes. Now, many of you know, I always try to make things as simple as possible for you. And so many times, like there's different rules and laws and they're all over the place. And sometimes there's just rules and laws that maybe don't pertain to you or don't pertain to most of us, but they're so inundated with all these details, it gets a little overwhelming. So what I did is I simplified everything. I actually did this a couple weeks ago, but I actually pushed it out on Forbes today. This is going to give you some of the new financial planning laws pertaining to individuals and businesses all wrapped up in one simple article for you to check out. So do know that's available. If you don't know where to find it, we'll definitely put a link in comments for you so that you can find it. And if you can do me a favor, because we want to get the word out, when you see it, go ahead and retweet it or share it on your social channels so more of your loved ones, colleagues, and whatnot will know about them. Because there's actually something, I think if you know about these laws and you know about these changes, there's a lot of this information you're going to find helpful, not only for this year, but some of the rules apply for the next 5 years. So I want to make sure to get that out there. And a new year always brings so many changes, around financial planning. And certainly this year is no different. So some of the things that you're going to see in this article that I talk about is deductions for charitable deductions and what that means. How do you itemize that on your income taxes? For those I know many of you are making charitable donations, what that looks like. We also talk about the tax credit, and that's always important. I also talk about rental assistance and extension eviction memorandum, which is through January 31st, but looks like actually might get pushed all the way to end of March because President Biden is definitely looking to do that as well. We also talk about some things for companies, such as paid family and medical leave. That's been extended till December 31st, 2025. I also talk about a lot of things that you want to know when it comes to education, student loans. Also talk about flexible spending accounts for those of you who have benefit programs through your employer. You might wonder sometimes, what if I don't spend all my FSA monies? How does that work? I'm going to talk about that in the article as well as an employee retention tax credit and some information on PPP loans as well for those of you who are small business owners or even medium-sized business owners these days. And of course, for those of you who, like myself, have parents who are receiving Social Security. Maybe you're receiving Social Security now or a loved one. There's going to be a lot of changes coming to that too. And I go into quite a bit of detail in that article as well. So whatever you do, make sure you don't miss that article, right? Make sure to take a look at it and obviously share it. Tag me on it so I can thank you for that share. Let's get the news out because with so many changes can be very overwhelming. And I think this is a year we want to make things as simple as possible. We know what we need to do and we can move on and enjoy life. Now, on to some positive news, because what would a Level Up show be without some positive news? Namely, have you seen the lotto? This is in the news. And actually, I read this on CNBC. So Namely, the Mega Millions is up to $970 million, my friends. It's crazy. I know. It almost makes me want to go out and buy a lotto ticket. I say almost, but then the thought of like handing over cash and then a ticket and then having sanitized, I don't know if I want to do that. And you might think, but when it's $970 million, okay, that is true. But let's put it out there and let's talk about this because if you win, I hope you win. If you win, definitely reach out to me and my team because so that we can help you manage that wealth. In that respect, if you have wealth management needs, right? You're just feeling like your wealth in a situation that you want a professional team to help you manage, to help you grow, help you plan, definitely reach out. That being said, according to an article on CNBC today, one of my friends wrote that one lucky lotto player could claim the third largest lottery prize in U.S. history when the next Mega Millions drawing takes place this Friday night. I know, so crazy. The lottery's jackpot has climbed for months without a winner, reaching $970 million for the first time. To win this money, you're going to probably want to pick the lump sum, which is going to be worth about $716 million after taxes. And then you really want to call Winnie. Call Winnie at that point, right? I'll make sure to have our contact number below. But if that happens, then you win that money. You can do, you can receive lump sum, maybe select a lump sum, and then there's a whole bunch of planning things that you can do that I will help you with. But you might be thinking, how do I increase the odds of winning the jackpot? Well, I want to share this with you because according to Harvard statistics professor, Dr. Mark Glickman, he said there's actually only one way to increase your odds. That's right. You probably guessed it. By surprise, buy more tickets for each game. Okay, so let's be real. Some of my suggestions on like saving your money, investing in yourself are good. But in this case, I'm going to tell you, I don't think you should buy more tickets because the odds aren't really in your favor. We're talking the odds of winning that jackpot are 1 in 302 million. That's a huge number, 1 in 302 million. I don't know about you. I don't know. Maybe Joshua, CrossX Fighter, maybe you're really lucky. I'm sure Get It Hair is much luckier than me. I don't know. But for me, I'm just not that type of lucky person. I've come to accept the fact that winning the lotto is not in my cards. I don't even win things like PTA drawings, okay? I tell my kids, we might not just be those type of people. We're the type of people that are just going to have to work really hard for every penny that we earn. And I think that's going to be okay. I know it's kind of disappointing, but it's going to be okay. But maybe you will win. And if you will win, then definitely give me a call because I definitely want to help you. And if you know someone who wins or wins a partial lotto, definitely have them call Winnie Sun as well. So I will tell you what I would suggest instead of buying a whole bunch of lotto tickets. If you're going to do this, probably just buy one. Don't buy more than that. And my suggestion would be to save your money and invest in yourself. It's a one investment that is always good for you. So learn a new skill, take an online class, learn about investing, personal finance, what you love to do, what gets you excited, find that passion. That would be amazing. I see Joshua says, no, I'm not interested in buying a lotto ticket. I usually don't get lucky with them. I guess we're the same that way. I feel like that way. Get It Hair is saying, buy some stock instead, better odds. You know what? I think it all depends on how you invest and what stocks you pick, right? And if you can't buy stocks, buy mutual funds. But definitely take your time to learn to be better at what you do. So thank you so much, my friends, for always tuning in to our live stream as we talk business. We talk trending news, important news, the stuff that you could actually really use. And we're here to meet people, move mountains, and just getting overall, not only stuff done, but just have a great day because we get a chance to come together once every day that the financial markets are open because we talk trending and we share real news that you can use. Thank you so much, my friends, for watching, supporting our program, and sharing the show with those that you love and care about. Be well. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Take care now.